Hell's Kitchen Season 22 kicked off with a bang. We're having the signature dish challenge. We had some amazing dishes and some not so good dishes. And do you think we may have the first villain of the season already from the blue team? We've got loads to talk about in this recap / review on Hell's Kitchen. So welcome to your Hell's Kitchen review. Now, I just want to go on by saying that I know I'm a little bit late to this because I had to watch it a few days ago. I was trying to do it. I was trying to make this video yesterday, but I was having trouble. So I'm going to do it now for you. So let's get started. So this show we've got 18 contestants all fighting out to win $250,000 and gain the head chef position at Gordon Ramsay the Gordon Ramsay restaurant at Caesar's Palace in Vegas, which I think has already been a prize, but maybe once or twice. I think I'm not sure, but anyways, let's just get started. So the signature dish challenge. This is gonna be the way I'm gonna do these reviews is gonna do the top low moments, and we'll go on from there, and some other bits there and then. So we'll do this. So for the signature dish challenge, I'm gonna do my top favorites from each, like some of the the standout dishes, if you will. So let's just get started. So the first standout was from the blue team, which was Ryan O'Sullivan from Ireland, which is I already like this guy because not only he's Irish, but I actually have an Irish heritage. If you don't understand, I've got Irish and Italian heritage. So I actually knew that. I actually got told that a few weeks ago. So we had so if we can go, so Ryan's dish. I'm much on a Word document looking at the Gold Derby where they're doing a recap reading from that, as well as a really crap review I did there. It's really bad. So Ryan's dish was a veal tenderloin pan roasted with rosemary dew, and it scored him a perfect 5 out of 5, and it looked amazing. He's got loads of potential, and I definitely can see him going really far. By the way, all these blackjack contenders I think could maybe go potentially far in the competition. Yep. So the next standout dish was Sammi's, which won her the challenge in a tiebreaker against Ryan's, because these were the two tiebreakers from the best two dishes on each team. And Sammy's was linguine with clams, and that's called her a 5. It looked really nice. And Gordon actually said before, I hope it's not. It's a bocage. It's a canned pasta, isn't it? And she said no, it's just fresh, because one chef used boxed pasta, which we'll get to in a minute. So yep. So it looked, she's definitely got. I think all the. So yep, I think it was an amazing dish. It deserved 5 out of 5. The next dish was Jonathan's dish, which was a. I'm going back to the Word document. So by the way, I know you can't see this, but it's really it's like I'm really bad at doing reviews, so this is my first time doing a proper one. So Jonathan's dish, if we can go down, was a handmade gnocchi with a creamy clam sauce with bacon and carrots, celery and chive oil, and it looked incredible. It really did. And his story was really nice as well, because he is a single father with his daughter living with his parents, and he wants to do this for them. And he did get emotional whilst speaking about it in one of the confessionals. So it's really nice. I love backstories when chefs share their backstories. It's really heartwarming, and that scored them. And these three were the 5 out of 5. So I think at least the black jackets. And the final contestant for the standout was Melissa, which I really, really like her. She's got a really nice. She seems like such a lovely person. She was speaking to one of the chefs, who I think is the villain, aka Jason, which I'll get to in just a little bit. So her dish was a lamb with sweet potato, and that scored her a 4 out of 5. and she's got a lot of personality. I really seem to like her. She's definitely someone I think could be like an asset for the team in terms of like looking out for someone like Corey from season 19, a little bit like that. Um, so I think all these four contestants were dishes were amazing, and I think they're definitely ones to go for really far in the competition. So we go. Let's go to the worst two dishes of the night, and both are from the blue team. So the first disastrous dish was Demir's. Um, it was his linguine, I believe. If we can go up quickly, it was his grilled lobster with coconut curry cream linguine, and it was box. As I said, it was box pasta, which is it's a very big no to do canned. It's really an unwritten rule, but it's never ideal to do your own to use box pasta canned food because it's just I know like people do use the microwave for like pre-made food, but that's okay at home. But like in in Gordon Ramsay's world, it's not good. It's a no to do that. So that's scored him a 1 out of 5. But I think looking at one of the King Jay was talking about on the introducing the chefs, he said he was one of the better cooks. I think he was a good cook apparently, and I've got potential. I think he can improve. I think he can definitely like go at least far depending on his performance because people think, oh, well, it's just one dish that's going to send you home straight away. You can get 1 out of 5. It's not always the case because there's some contestants like Natasha. She went from season 13. She went to win the whole thing after her disastrous dish. I think that's the only one I remember getting 1 out of 5. And then the next disastrous dish was I got a lot to talk about is Tad Walters' dish. Um, so So a bit about him. He was actually he said he was a Quidditch player, which probably have a broom between your legs and you throw balls. I don't know what that game is. And his signature dish, I'm gonna be really hot. I'm actually people may agree with me. So which was his dish was homemade biscuits with sausage gravy and strawberry jam. And I wish I could have a photo just to show how disgusting it looked. It looked horrendous. It was even Gordon said it was disgusting. Like how he put the shit on the plate or something, vomit on the plate. It was disgusting. Which obviously, no surprise, he got him a 1 out of 5. Which does not surprise that. Like to be honest with you, I really don't think he's got high hopes in the competition. I really don't have any high hopes of him. I have. He's most likely, I'm going to make my money and say this now and say he's going to be the first beat of the season. I bet you because I just don't see any redeeming potential for him whatsoever. I really don't. I'm sorry, Tad, but I just don't see that. So we go. So this is. I'm going to leave it like this. So for the next bit. So the challenge was tied. Was a tie. So as I said, Sammi won the challenge over the tiebreaker against Ryan. The women went to the Beverly Hills mansion, where they were, and they enjoyed a delicious feast by the pool. And Gordon saw them for a little while. While back in Elle's kitchen, the men were staying behind to clean all the mess, and they've also been they were tasked to do unloading and labelling for a supplying company. So now we go to the next part of the episode where the women bond in bliss, and as they come back, the men we're beginning to show some really frustration, and it's like as you know things aren't so fun when you're given those punishments, I guess. And Jason was driving basically everyone nuts. He was continuously saying the same things like, "Oh, we're working and we're talking. We're here, we're working, we're talking." It's basically repeating the same thing over again, and it looks like and the teammates were talking too much and not working fast enough, and that's what we just said. And I think he's going to be this season's villain. He's going to be like another Mark Quinones, I think, this season, like another like arrogant chef. He's going to make far. I mean, just because Gordon's going to keep him around just for the drama. And look at and he's probably the most miserable chef I think I've ever seen on Hell's Kitchen. Most of their photos are all smiles and everything. But Jesus Christ, he seems like the most miserable person ever. He hasn't like well, he said that he's not here to make friends. Well, no, you're not here to make friends. You'll be here for a while, so it's about time. You might as well make some friends here, you know. So he's probably be like one of my villains that he's gonna go far just because. So yeah. Then I think the next scene was basically Melissa putting him aside and genuinely like putting him in this place, saying like you're up against loads of competition and you don't have to be so like boasty, I think, about yourself. And it could irritate. And of course, he disagreed. In the confessional, he said he disagreed with what Melissa was saying. I really like Melissa. I really do like her. I think she's definitely one of my contestants. I think I would be rooting for to make at least the black jacket. She's got loads of potential, and I think her edit seems to be like, in a way, really nice. She seems like a lovely, lovely person, and I've got really high hopes for her. I think so. I'll do my early black jackets in a minute. So the next morning, Gordon lines up the chefs and explains for the challenge, which is basically, it's actually just it's actually the punishment pass challenge they used every season since All Stars, I believe, where the chef who does the best dish wins the punishment pass, or two win the punishment pass, one from each team, and they'll win the punishment pass. Means if they lose a challenge, they could use it to get out of the punishment and go on the reward with the other team. So, yeah. So, in a way, it's kind of like... And then... I like the challenge as well, so... And also, the team with the weakest dish will be going home before the first dinner service. Which, but one thing makes me wonder if another thing like Liliana from season 21, she was about to get eliminated, and then she said that she wanted to stay, and then Gordon gave her a chance, and she was sent back in line, and then she got eliminated again in the final 11 from the Cook for Your Life challenge. Against Vlad. So I think maybe another scenario could be like, oh, he's about to eliminate someone, but then maybe he'll say something like, "I'm sorry, you won't be going out those doors. You can go back in line." So maybe something like that, maybe, because I feel like that was just I feel like that was a one-time thing, but maybe Gordon could do that again. It's very possible, I feel like. But anyways, like, I think overall it was a really nice, great premiere. I love all the contestants. I like some of the contestants. The one I'm really picky about is really Jason. I don't think he's. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I'm sure, but like he seems like a very moody person. He looks very miserable. He just wants to be here just to cook, and he's really like there. So I think he could maybe. I think he's. I'm gonna call this now. I think he's gonna be here for like the long one. He's gonna cause all the drama, but he's gonna stay for like a while, I think. But the ones I'm really rooting for are Ryan, Melissa, Jonathan, and Sammi. They're my final four. I think those could be the final four. I think that would be a good battle if they were the final four. It'd be amazing if they would. But I don't want Jonathan to be screwed over like Adam Pollack, because I already get Adam Pollack vibes because of the orange beard. So if I hope because he does seem like a consistent contender, and I hope apparently he was shown in the little preview where there's like a few other chefs, so maybe he could be in the final. I think he'll make it to at least the final 10, I believe. But I think Jason's going to stay for a little while, and I think so. My contenders for this after episode 1. So let's go back. We can. There we go. So I think these will be I think these are my locks for the black jackets, and the second one I think is between maybe Demir if he improves, if he gets better, or Carmen. So I think it's going to be Ryan, Sammy, Jonathan, Melissa, and either Demir or Carmen. Those are my Black Jacket predictions. So that's it for this Hell's Kitchen review for episode 1. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. What's your thoughts on Hell's Kitchen? Let me know what your thoughts are down below. What was your favourite part of the episode? Who were you rooting for? And what do you think of some of the chefs? How far do you think they could make it based on that one episode? So thank you so much for watching this episode. I'll see you next week for another Hell's Kitchen review.